looking forward to it. We've had a great start so far, but it's time for conference play, and that's really what matters and everything. So we're coming out firing, and hopefully going in, win that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, getting the very first weekend.
You guys are up really high in the national RPI, much higher than any of the other Big Ten schools. So not only have you guys had a better start record-wise than those schools, but you're doing it against teams that were even better. And did that help build the confidence, knowing that you guys are playing such a tough schedule?
Oh, definitely. We go out there and we compete against the best, and we told Coach last year how we wanted a harder schedule, tougher schedule, and he put it together for us, and we've come out and we've proved ourselves to everyone, and everyone knows that we're not kidding around this year.
You know, you guys preseason are picked really high in the Big Ten, either first or second by second by the coaches, first by one of the publications. And was that any kind of a confidence boost, or did it add some pressure now that there's some higher expectations from the outside coming in?
It's not so much pressure, but I mean we don't really care about all the preseason standings. What matters is at the end of the year where we are, and we know that. So we're coming out and we're just forgetting about all the hype and everything, and we're just doing what we can do and play.
Sounds like you guys are well aware of how long it's been since Purdue won a Big Ten championship. And is there a lot of motivation to be the group that ends that streak? Especially some of you, this could be the last year if things work out right for several.
Oh, definitely. We have like 12, 13 seniors on the team. So, I mean, if we're that team that ends it this year and everything, it's going to just be a huge accomplishment. These guys have been here for 4 years. This is my second year here. Kev and Kirk have been here for 3. So it's a bunch of upperclassmen that would end it. So it would just be huge in the Purdue record books.
What's going to be the key? You've seen this now last year for the first time, just how long of a season this is, and how it can come down to still 3 or 4 teams in contention going into those final couple weekends. What's kind of the key to being able to compete in a conference championship over that extended period of time?
Basically, you have to stay consistent week in and week out, and go in, and if the series is tied 1-1, make sure you get that win, make sure you get the series win and everything, and going into every series just making sure that saying, hey, have to sweep this, have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
What's Nick so special on the mound?
I just think his confidence. He's overly confident. Like we talked to him, he trusts himself, and that's the most important thing is just having faith in yourself. And we have everyone's faith in him, so that helps him just as much. So I think that's why he's been so successful.
Right, and is it nice to be playing with him instead of against him like you were in high school now?
I'd definitely say that's a lot. That's a true statement. I'd definitely rather be catching him than hitting against him. So.
Right.
How much are you guys looking forward to open up the Big Ten conference season after getting this preseason stuff done?
Oh, this preseason actually is, I think really prepared us for, this Big Ten season. We've had a pretty tough schedule up to this point, and I think we're all ready for the Big Ten to get going and get underway. It's been this past week was a long trip for us, and, we're really looking forward to, getting out there and playing Ohio State, finishing, this season out, hopefully the way that we want it to end. So, we're really excited about it.
You look at some of the online stuff like the RPI, and a lot of that's based on strength of schedule, like you just said. Purdue is much higher than a lot of the other Big Ten schools. Just what ways do you think that competition has helped you guys this season?
I'd just say it's built a lot of our confidence, really, just up to this point. We played good competition like, Auburn and Southern Miss, things like that. Just competition like that just builds our team's confidence as a whole. I think that's important, just to have a good mojo, I guess, if you will, around the team. And we have a lot of confidence in each other. And I think just playing these other good schools is only going to prepare us even more for the Big Ten schedule.
It wasn't just playing those guys; it was beating those guys, right? I mean,
right.
You're playing teams that are considered year in and out even stronger than what you see in the Big Ten.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, we consider ourselves, a pretty strong club this year too. So, we're just excited to play, other good competition like ourselves, and we've just been fortunate enough to, get the runs across and get the wins right now. So, hopefully, we can get that going.
You guys had some preseason accolades. The coaches picked you, I think, number 2, and one of the publications picked you number 1 as far as the Big Ten. You guys take that as kind of a confidence boost, or does that also put some pressure on you guys coming into the year? The higher expectations than you usually have.
Right. Well, I mean, we have high expectations for ourselves as well. So I think if anything, it just kind of motivates us a little bit to reach our team's goals. And obviously that's a long way at the end of the tunnel there. But I guess we use it more as motivation. Really, we have a lot of confidence in ourselves, like I've continuously said. Just you know, we have high expectations, and you know, we hope to reach those goals.
You guys aware of how long it's been since Purdue won a conference championship? And
yeah.
I can tell you. And is there just some of the? Does that motivate you guys a lot to be the team that breaks that streak?
I mean, yeah, definitely. You know, we've got a good group of guys here. You know, we like winning and we like being a part of something special. And hopefully this year we can, you know, get over that. You know, however many year hump it is. You know, so we're excited about it. Hopefully we can do some big things this year.
How important is this first weekend? As far, you know, you've seen how tight it is sometimes in these races. It comes down to the last weekend. There's still 3 or 4 teams in it. You don't want to get too far behind. So how big is getting off to a good start?
Well, obviously, you know, the first weekend's huge. Every weekend's huge. Every game is huge. You know, you don't really realize that until the end of the season when you look back on it. But you know, just going out this first weekend and you know playing good baseball is the main thing. And you know, hopefully we do enough right things to get the wins in the end. And you know, just as long as we're playing hard and you know we're doing the best we can, you know, it's really hard to kind of knock ourselves. And you know, hopefully the wins will come with good effort and just good baseball play.
This is your 3rd time doing this, so from what you've seen, what's kind of the key as far as being able to compete all season and get a championship?
I'd just say consistency, really. You know, being consistent, you know, throughout the weekend with your pitching, your defense, your hitting, just all those things clicking on all cylinders is really when, especially our team, you know, has the most success. So if we can keep that going like we have up to this point, I think we're going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, you've had great success in the preseason, and now you get to kind of try to push that into the conference season.
Well, I mean, it is kind of a fresh start. So, you know, we've done well, but it's not going to mean a whole lot going in. Ohio State's not going to care how well we've done. So, you know, we're back to 0-0, and you know, we know that we have to continue to play well. So, Big Ten conference weekends. I mean, when you've got 3 different days that you're playing, it's the team that's going to be the most consistent. So you've got to come out consistent. You know, hopefully 2 out of the 3, and if not 3 out of the 3 days. But you know, that's the challenge, I think, is to be consistent over a weekend and you know, get a sweep when you can and try to win a series when you can, and sometimes winning one when you can and not getting swept. So it'll be interesting, but I think you know there's good representation in the Big Ten. I think if you look nationally, that you know there's half of the conference that's got RPIs that are you know within the you know at-large range. So I think the conference is going to be tougher this year.
You guys are well up on that list, though. You guys are leading as far as the Big Ten schools there. Both those guys mentioned the tough schedule being a good preparation, and I think Dick said that was something that come to you last year. So like you want to bulk that up a little bit. Was that part of the reason why you had a tougher one this year?
No. Nobody came to me and said that they wanted to bulk it up. No. You know, we got an opportunity to bulk it up because we had a couple of cancellations. And we had the opportunity to pick up UCLA and then Wichita State. You know, my first 11 years here, we played a tough schedule, you know, currently a tough non-conference schedule. And sometimes we came out of it okay, and sometimes we came out of it licking our wounds, you know, with no shot of anything other than, you know, I think it did always prepare us for conference, but then we always had to get the job done in conference. And we still do have to get the job done in conference, but you know, I think just you know the way that it worked out, you know, schedule-wise, we knew we were going to have an older team, and so we put, you know, with the Big East Challenge and Auburn and East Carolina, you know, I knew that going into it, and then when I had the opportunity to add a Wichita State or UCLA, I mean, I could have gone with some other teams, you know, knowing the team that we had back and the you know, experience we went with those 2 weekends. So, I mean, it is a good, you know, preparation for conference, but, you know, we kind of knew that, you know, going into the season with the team that we had coming back.
Is it coming out of that 14-2 is where it pays off, not necessarily coming out of there 7-7.
Right, yeah. I mean, and like I said, I mean, we come out of it, we come back from spring break with the #1 strength of schedule, but we didn't have very many wins to show for it. So our RPI was okay, but we didn't have any, you know, didn't have enough wins, I think, to really put ourselves in that large opportunity. So, you know, you got to play the tough schedule, but you got to win some of those games. And you know, the run that we went on, we've set ourselves up. Now, we have a bad weekend, we're right in the mix with everybody else in the Big Ten. You know, so, you know, we're probably 4, 5, 6 wins ahead of them. So, you know, we don't take care of business here, we'll quickly be just like anybody else. And build a little separation. But, you know, like I said, target on our back too. Now everybody's going to be out shooting for us, and you know, there's going to be probably no let down or let you know.
As you say, maybe as opposed to the last couple of years, I mean, people knew you guys had something coming, and now it's here, and they know it's here, and that probably changes the way that they're going to approach you.
Oh yeah. So I mean, and we'll see. I mean, it'll be. You know, it'll be a great challenge because we're not going to sneak up on anybody, and you know, they all know who Plawecki and Perkins and some of the, you know, even some of the other guys, the Millers and Talbots have, you know, gotten some recognition, and you know, those are 8-9 hitters. So I mean, it's, you know, we click a lot when our bottom of the order, you know, gets on base, and then our top and middle are able to hit guys in. So yeah, we're not going to sneak up on anybody, and but I mean that's good. I mean, hopefully that's what our players want. And you know, they've kind of set themselves up for that. I mean, they created the high expectations. Now they got to show that they can handle it.